Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Josie Easy English podcast. Today, we're exploring one of the most important and often confusing parts of everyday English: small talk. Many English learners spend years studying grammar, vocabulary, and pronunciation. But when they arrive in an English-speaking country or start talking with native speakers, they discover that real-life conversations can feel surprisingly difficult. Why? Because people don't always talk about important things. In fact, much of everyday communication is built on short, casual conversations known as small talk. Understanding small talk can help you sound more natural, make friends more easily, feel comfortable at work, and navigate social situations with confidence. So let's discover what Americans usually talk about, what they tend to avoid, and why small talk is such a big part of American culture. What exactly is small talk? Small talk is informal conversation about everyday topics. It usually happens before meetings, while waiting for something, during social events, at work, in stores, at coffee shops, and in many other situations. The interesting thing about small talk is that its purpose is not really to exchange information. Instead, it serves as a social tool. It helps people establish a friendly atmosphere, reduce awkwardness, and show that they are approachable. Think of small talk as social glue. It connects people, even when they don't know each other very well. Many English learners expect conversations to have a clear purpose. However, in American culture, talking simply to be friendly is extremely common. Why Americans value small talk. One reason small talk is so common in the United States is that American culture generally places a high value on friendliness and openness. People often want to appear approachable. A short conversation can help create a positive first impression. Americans may chat with coworkers before a meeting, with neighbors while walking outside, or even with strangers while standing in line. This doesn't necessarily mean they want to become close friends. Rather, it reflects a cultural preference for creating a comfortable and positive environment. For people from cultures where strangers rarely speak to each other, this can feel unusual at first. Some visitors are surprised when a cashier, customer, or stranger starts a conversation about something completely ordinary. But in many situations, this behavior is considered normal and polite. The most popular topic: the weather. If there is one topic that almost never fails, it is the weather. Weather is perhaps the king of small talk in America. People comment on sunny days, rainy days, hot temperatures, cold temperatures, storms, snow, and everything in between. Why is weather such a popular topic? Because everyone experiences it. Weather is neutral. It doesn't create arguments. It doesn't invade privacy. And it gives people something easy to discuss. Even people who think weather conversations are boring often participate in them because they serve a social purpose. The weather provides a simple way to acknowledge another person and create a brief connection. Weekend plans and free time. Another favorite topic is what people do outside of work or school. Americans frequently discuss weekends, vacations, and leisure activities. People enjoy talking about how they spent their free time and what they hope to do next. This topic works well because it allows people to share a little about themselves without revealing deeply personal information. Weekend conversations often include activities such as visiting family, relaxing at home, watching movies, going to restaurants, exercising, traveling, or spending time outdoors. Interestingly, people are not expected to have exciting stories. Even simple activities are perfectly acceptable conversation material. The goal is simply to maintain a pleasant interaction. Hobbies and personal interests. Hobbies are another safe and popular area of conversation. People often enjoy discussing activities they do for fun. These might include reading, gaming, cooking, photography, music, sports, fitness, gardening, drawing, or learning new skills. Hobbies are useful because they help people discover shared interests. When two people realize they enjoy similar activities, conversations naturally become longer and more engaging. For English learners, hobbies can be an especially useful topic because they provide opportunities to talk about something familiar and enjoyable. Food, a universal conversation topic. Food is one of the easiest subjects to discuss almost anywhere in the world. Americans frequently talk about restaurants, favorite dishes, cooking, coffee, desserts, and new foods they have tried. Food conversations tend to be positive and relaxed. People often enjoy exchanging recommendations or sharing experiences. Because everyone eats, nearly everyone can contribute something to the discussion. This makes food one of the safest and most effective small talk topics. Travel and places. Travel is another common topic. People often enjoy discussing places they have visited, dream destinations, memorable trips, and future travel plans. Travel conversations allow people to share stories and experiences without entering sensitive territory. Even those who haven't traveled much can discuss places they would like to visit one day. Travel also creates opportunities to learn about different cultures, making it a natural conversation starter. Entertainment and popular culture. Movies, television shows, music, books, podcasts, and streaming services often appear in small talk. Entertainment is popular because it gives people shared experiences to discuss. Many conversations involve recent movies, popular series, favorite musicians, or trending content. This topic changes constantly because new entertainment is always being released. As a result, it provides endless opportunities for conversation. Sports. Sports remain an important part of American culture. Whether people follow football, basketball, baseball, hockey, soccer, or another sport, sports conversations are extremely common. Even people who are not passionate sports fans may know basic information about major events or local teams. Sports provide a sense of community and shared excitement, which makes them ideal for casual conversation. However, unlike topics such as weather or food, sports may not interest everyone equally. That's perfectly acceptable. Not every small talk topic works for every person. Topics Americans often avoid. Now let's look at the other side of small talk. Knowing what to avoid can be just as important as knowing what to discuss. Some topics are considered too personal, too sensitive, or too controversial for casual conversations. Politics. Politics is one of the most commonly avoided small talk topics. Political opinions can be deeply personal and emotionally charged. People may have strong feelings about elections, policies, and political leaders. Because political discussions can quickly turn into disagreements, many Americans avoid them when speaking with people they don't know well. This doesn't mean politics is never discussed. It simply means that casual situations are usually not the right place for it. Religion. Religion is another topic that many people avoid during casual conversations. Religious beliefs often form an important part of a person's identity. Because people hold different beliefs and values, discussing religion with strangers can sometimes create discomfort. For this reason, religion is often reserved for closer relationships rather than everyday small talk. Money and income. One topic that surprises many visitors is money. Questions about salaries, income, savings, or personal finances can be considered intrusive. In American culture, financial information is often viewed as private. Asking direct questions about how much someone earns may make people uncomfortable. As a result, money is generally avoided in casual conversations. Age. Age can also be a sensitive subject. While children often discuss their ages freely, many adults prefer not to focus on age. Questions about age can sometimes feel personal, particularly in professional or social situations. For this reason, many people avoid bringing it up unless it becomes relevant naturally. Personal problems. One of the biggest cultural misunderstandings involves personal difficulties. When Americans ask how someone is doing, they are often expecting a brief and positive response. This does not mean they don't care. It simply reflects the social function of small talk. Detailed discussions about serious problems, financial struggles, health issues, or personal crises are usually reserved for close friends, family members, or trusted colleagues. Small talk generally stays light and positive. Why small talk can feel strange to English learners. Many English learners come from cultures where conversations become personal more quickly, or where strangers rarely talk to each other. As a result, American small talk can sometimes seem superficial. However, it serves an important social purpose. Small talk helps people establish trust gradually. Rather than jumping immediately into serious discussions, people often start with simple topics and slowly build a connection over time. Understanding this cultural difference can make interactions feel much more natural. How to become better at small talk. The good news is that small talk is a skill that anyone can improve. The key is not to memorize hundreds of phrases. Instead, focus on becoming comfortable discussing everyday topics. Pay attention to current weather conditions. Think about your hobbies and interests. Stay aware of popular entertainment. Be prepared to talk briefly about your weekend or future plans. Most importantly, remember that small talk is not about being impressive. It is about being friendly. People are usually not judging your grammar, vocabulary, or accent as closely as you think. They are simply looking for a pleasant interaction. Final thoughts. Small talk may seem simple, but it plays a major role in American culture. It helps people connect, create positive impressions, and make everyday interactions more comfortable. The safest topics usually include weather, hobbies, food, travel, entertainment, sports, and weekend activities. The topics people often avoid include politics, religion, money, age, and highly personal problems. Once you understand these unwritten rules, conversations become much easier. And the next time someone starts talking about the weather, you'll know that they probably aren't interested in meteorology. They're simply being friendly. Thank you for listening to today's Learn English podcast. If you enjoyed this episode, be sure to subscribe for more lessons about English language, culture, and communication. Until next time, keep learning, keep practicing, and keep speaking English. See you in the next episode.